let's see if this works.
I bet we're on 30 seconds before you actually.
I don't know. Apparently, mate, we're live, so I'm expecting that as Ray's already in Dubai, so as standing technical director, JCJ Wank, this is your job, are we live? We're live, surely. Kind of joke, isn't it?
Just sat down, you prick.
What's a prick? I'll tell you what. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the airport, where we will be boarding in 30 minutes' time to head over to Dubai. King of the table, oh mother fluffers, Arm Wars on tour. Started well. Jason's year got fingered, nearly. They always, you know, me. Shall we tell them the full story about what happened? So this is straight up. This is what happened, right?
We're live.
Thanks, mate. Bit delayed. So anyway, we arrived here. Well, I say we. I arrived here. He hadn't shown up.
Hang on a minute. You were 45 minutes early. I was just regular early.
It's because I'm prepared. That's because I'm prepared.
Well, that doesn't mean I was late because you were super early.
No. Because we agreed to meet at 5
Because the golden
o'clock.
goals around Neil Pickle.
No, we agreed to meet at 5 o'clock. What's 45 minutes after 5 o'clock?
In
You
what world
peanut.
did we agree to meet at 5 o'clock?
The world
I
that
said
we
I
live
was
in.
going to set off at 5 o'clock.
No, you
You
lying.
said you were going to set off at 4 o'clock.
Tell you what,
to
mate.
get there for 6 o'clock.
Before we came here today, I thought you was a massive, and it turns out all right. Anyway, let's get back onto the show. So, we arrive here. We get into the Emirates queue. Walk up there together. Joe went on the pulls. I mean, I can sense that a lot of you out there, if anybody is actually watching this,
Sarah will be watching this.
so that's okay, Sarah. You got some competition, look. We get into the queue, and all of a sudden, Joe Wank's tapped. This woman says, "Are you two together?" And I'm like, "No, we're travelling together, but you know, we don't dock."
Is that the term the kids are using? Docking.
So anyway, and she said, "All right, well if you don't want him, I'll have him." I said, "Fire away, lass. You are good to go."
By the way, I couldn't hear a word of any of this.
No, because we were behind a very large screen of plastic. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. To be honest with you, but that is actually what happened. Can anybody hear us?
I haven't got a clue now.
Do us a favour, guys. You're supposed to be watching the chat. For Christ's sake.
Do you want to watch the chat or do you want to join in the conversation?
Do both. Ideally, feed some comments in and stuff like that.
Everyone thinks docking is hilarious.
Well, I've never done it, but I can imagine it's quite funny. But anyway, that aside, yeah, Joe went tapped. We'd only been on the road for like 10 minutes.
Loud and clear.
Oh, lovely darts, that's what you want, because we actually have it would appear that a crash is showing up behind us. Just to give everybody a little bit of an idea of how long we'll be on here, probably about 20 to 25 minutes, guys, because we bored in that time, and with a decent walk. Both of us have had a haircut. I've had my ears lowered. Look at that.
Fresh
Look
trim.
at that, eh? All that grey has gone away. That's how we roll, mother fluffers. So we wanted to just check in at the start of the journey and let you guys know what we are planning to do this week on the Arm Wars channel. And maybe a little bit on Supernatural Strength as well, but we're going to put most of this stuff via this channel, via the Arm Wars channel, because we're trying to give that a little bit of boost in notoriety as well. And we're going to be working with the King of the Table gig in that regard, and you'll see that as the week progresses. So our plan is, when we get over to Dubai, we want to try and bring you as much action as we can, sort of from behind the scenes. Stuff that's going on behind the scenes. It may be with me, it may be just this prick on his own.
You might get a pair of pricks.
Could happen. No docking, but
By the way, the reason why it's a prick is do we think we can get away with pricks?
yeah. Well, I'm hopeful we don't end up in a Dubai prison for saying that, because it's going to be very hard for me to get through a few days with you without calling you a prick. I can't imagine that. I can't. It might be worth the prison time we've been on. There's a good chance, actually. Anyway, let's get to serious
It
points.
might be unavoidable.
I wonder what people think of your haircut.
It's a fucking fine.
And it's alright.
It's a fucking fine.
Yeah. It's alright. You vocalised it this way towards the camera, so I don't think the children heard. I didn't hear any screaming.
It's like them kids are loud. They're louder than when we sat there.
Yeah, when we came to a quiet area, this ain't it. This is not a quiet area.
Yeah. Someone just asked a question.
Have we got some questions coming in? Any questions you've got about the week, guys, just let us know. We'll try and knock a few over.
No questions, just requests.
Okay.
We will certainly try, guys, to get Corey West and Devon and Michael all in one room.
Yeah, we'll try and
do
get...
our best for everything.
We're going to try and get everybody. We're going to try and get Irakli Zerkrashvili. We're going to try and get Corey West. We're going to try and get Marcio Barbosa. We'll get Alex Kadecha. I'm 99.999% sure. Michael Todd, can we get him? Hates us. Probably get him. We'll get Rebecca Todd, probably. Just so that Michael comes.
Larry and all them guys.
Larry. We'll get Devon Larratt and hopefully Levan Saginashvili at some point. We're going to try to keep that on the down low though, and it may be the Sunday morning after the match for both those guys. We'll see. Or even that night after the match. Are we allowed to get what we like to call on the piss while in Dubai?
I don't believe so. I don't know. We need to speak to John. Didn't John and
who's been out here?
Ray, Devon.
Surely Ray lived in Dubai while he was over here doing a bit of docking.
Get Ray in the chat. There's Ray in the chat. There's only in the chat.
Ray will be on a plane, mate.
There's 102 people watching this shit.
Shut up. Jesus Christ. I'll tell you what, guys, you really need to get that. I mean, we didn't even know whether we were doing it. He said to me...
This isn't the good stuff, guys. We literally... Neil just...
It really isn't.
You don't like to go there without going live, and because we're flying the red eye, that would technically mean you'd have to go through today without doing a live, so that's why we're live.
The idea was...
Manchester Airport.
We wanted to just give people an idea about what we were going to do this week, because at the moment we haven't actually put anything in there which has told you guys what we're planning. And did I mention, nice, like your word, did I mention that my honourable prick has brought out a lot of camera equipment and he's planning on setting up a mini, what are you doing? Tell him, Mike.
Well, a bit of a studio, but we just want to keep the quality as high as possible, but of course, yeah, everything's a bit last minute. We've got a super chat.
Get out.
We've got 100 knock. I don't know what that is.
That's Norwegian krona, I do believe.
And it's
Morten Eriksson.
Have fun, boys. Going to Froda's mansion to watch this.
Lovely darts. Froda Hodler, Norwegian legend. You're keeping yourself in good company there, Morten. So thanks for your super chat, brother. Really appreciate it. That'll be spent probably on a couple of beers trooping on. They usually go straight into the channel. We'll probably go on a couple of beers. We need to find out if we are allowed to drink in Dubai.
No, I believe we can, but it's just select places, and yeah, I don't know. We'll chat to Ray.
Yeah, Ray.
Ray's the voice of arm wrestling, isn't he?
He knows all about that and drinking. And taking pictures in forests.
Has he brought his belt to combo shirt?
He better have. I mean, I wanted to.
What have you brought, no?
I've brought a suit.
A suit?
Yeah, it's a suit.
He's brought a whole suit kit. Right, so to come over here, obviously, weight is premium value. So we want to bring out as much camera kit as we can.
Right, that's all.
Struggling a bit. I need a drink. And Neil's got a whole suitcase dedicated to his suit.
His suit, yeah. I've got 300 socks.
300 socks and one suit.
Yeah. 300 socks and a suit. Is it me or are these kids? If there's somebody actually shagging behind us, if anybody sees somebody making kids behind us, let me know, because there were nowhere near this many kids.
No.
A couple of minutes ago. Quite quiet. This was a quiet area. It was quiet.
You've had a couple of kids smiling at you, weren't you? That baby.
That baby knew that I am a natural guardian. That was, yeah.
Your inner glow.
When, you know how babies can communicate with the mother just by eye contact? Well, when that baby eye contacted her mother, who you assisted up the stairs in a very chivalrous manner, I have to say, the prick here.
She had a baby and 2 bags.
Yeah, and so what does the prick do? He goes over and says, "Excuse me, ma'am, you need a lift up the stairs with those heavy bags."
What did you do?
And then me, I were actually
walked
looking at
straight past.
no, looking at Facebook. I'm trying to catch up on.
All right.
We were going live in 5 minutes, so I thought
After the connection, you and that baby.
I didn't even finish my story. Yeah, the baby connected with his mother's eyes, and in that connection, in that moment between mother and baby, the message that he sent was, "Mum," because he knew her.
Yeah.
That fat one, natural guardian.
Yeah.
That's what the baby said. Very young baby though.
Yeah.
Very young.
Very young. Brand new though.
Brand new.
shiny.
Yeah. Probably had that. Here.
Yeah.
Probably had that a few minutes ago. Still sweating.
It's not got a ticket. There's no way she's got a ticket for that.
So we're going to be on, if anybody's done Emirates flights recently, let us know, because that's what we're going on. Hopefully they do stay in the air. That'd be good.
Be handy.
We're upstairs. No, you be handy, I'll be new. Now, we're going upstairs on this, and I'm told by a very reliable source, i.e. the bird that wanted to pull J-Wank, that the upstairs seats are in fact the finest seats that Emirates have to offer.
Finest seats on the plane.
It'll be very interesting to see if we're the last people that arrive in Dubai. I know that Levan and Devon are already there. Why do I keep calling him Levan? It's not, it's Levan. It's Levan.
It's definitely not Levan.
I know.
Yeah.
That went more. I went more continental.
I think you can go 11. You can go.
You can't go Levan.
You can't go Levan.
Nobody does. Nobody does that. Nobody does that. That's pricky.
Not even his mother.
Yeah. Nobody. But it'll be interesting to see if
There will be more arm wrestling talk, guys, as we get into this. We have literally just. I think Neil just got an itchy trigger finger earlier on, just really wanted to go live, so we're here.
Look, I wanted to let people know that we're on our way. I wanted to let people know that we are going to try and nail as many little bits of conversations, little bit of behind the scenes footage as we possibly can. Might be a little bit different format. It's certainly not going to be any Arm Wars formatting on there. It's going to be quite hit and go. But we will try and get a few little bit more in depth. What are you thinking?
I bought a couple of tasty lenses with me.
You did, didn't you?
So there might be some pretty shots of the band, but the interviews are going to be just when we can grab them.
Yeah, we're gonna grab them. We're gonna get as many people as we can on there. And I don't know actually how many other arm wrestlers are going out to watch this thing.
I imagine they'll be.
It may be there are a number of decent pullers going out to watch. I know some of the Australian boys. I'm trying to think who I heard. There was a couple of the Aussie guys going out there. And I even heard that Ryan was thinking about it at one point. Although,
They better make his mind.
yeah, I don't know whether he is or not, but yeah, we'll see. I'm sure that there will be some other top-class pullers in the room. I think Chan Shaw may have just put a super chat in there. Can you do your job?
I didn't realise it was my job.
It's not your job, but at the moment, that is what you're doing. There we go. Chan Shaw in the More Fluffing House, top puller from the United States.
I'm not reading that out.
For anybody who is not subscribed to Chance, please get over there and
No,
subscribe
I don't,
to Chance.
because he just called me Jason.
Like your work. Get over there and double subscribe to Chance Shaw. He's put pull as well, Neil and Jason. Nice. Be sure to keep your eyes peeled for Emma's Arm Wars submission.
When did that come in? Is that one of the latest ones?
That will have been sent
It
over.
just come in today.
Yeah.
Today. We've not watched it yet.
We've had quite a few decent submissions in this last week. I mean, guys like BJ Fakakis has sent his submission in. Obviously, we know that Emil has now. There's a few pretty serious pullers sent it in. It's going to be pretty fierce.
Yeah.
It's fierce competition.
And
So
there were already some decent ones in from the first batch. Some really decent ones.
call me the chicken man. Strawberry cough.
Strawberry.
It's my favourite one. They call me strawberry. Some people call me the strawberry cough. Some people call me the chicken man. Now look, that might be my favourite
Line of all time.
of all time. By anybody in any genre.
It's a good opening line.
It's a fantastic opening line. It's right there.
What's your name? No, some people call me the chicken. Some people call me the strawberry.
And then don't give any background on why
No,
that is.
that's it. Walk away then.
Just walk away.
Okay, so
Drop the goddamn mic, leave the building. Because no, what else matters? No, it didn't, nothing mattered to me, that's the one. But,
decent puller though as well. Well,
yeah. Joe Cagle, love him. Great dude. Some great submissions. But this week it's all about King of the Table. Been a huge swing in the bets. Obviously a lot of people on the fix the other night. We had a huge swing in the betting. John Brazain't going for Devon Larratt. Paul Lynn. I think somebody told me that Paul Lynn actually went for Levan. I thought he went for, talking to you after, I thought he went for Devon. Uncle John, obviously incredibly biased.
Clean sweep, wasn't it?
I thought
everybody's kind of leaning back over. I've thought for a while that is people were seeing him too much of an underdog than what he was. But I wasn't expecting this big a swing in the general opinion.
No.
The general opinion has gone very pro Devon taking this.
Well, the word on the streets in the first instance was that Levan was just going to be way too strong, would be unstoppable, would drive straight through him, very similar to what he did with Dave Chaffee. Recently, there's been a real resurgence of confidence in Devon and Devon's capabilities. Obviously, we knew that popularity was
Much to do with that.
I think there's a number of factors, mate. I think the Todd Hutchins situation has helped. I think people like Vitaly Latin, who was within striking distance, for sure, of... Don't pretend you didn't notice that.
I didn't.
Okay. Nothing happened then.
No. I didn't notice anything.
You noticed that. So have somebody eye out with them.
No, I didn't notice.
Never mind.
No.
Okay.
Didn't notice that.
Nothing happened there. Is that aircon on?
Must be.
It is. Eddie Hall?
Not everyone.
That is fucking off, it's not me.
Eddie Hall was going past, I think.
Not even that kind.
No. Big lad, that. Anyway, big lad, she was. She was a... I'll tell you what, I'm finished that burger. Joking aside, what were we saying?
This is on the internet.
What were we saying? Can't remember what we were saying.
What do you think the big swing, what has been the biggest contributors to the swing, do you think? Oh, we've got something.
Yeah. So, Vitaly Latin, who was in striking distance of Levan, losing to... Have you got it?
No.
Yeah, Saliev's win against Vitaly would have made a difference. I think it humanised people's opinion of Levan a little bit. I also think in any situation like this, there's a little bit of a popularity contest that goes on, and it'll be interesting to see if there's another swing from what we see this week when the guys are together. I think there's going to be some interesting exchanges. I think there's going to be a real... so people's confidence is going to get tested this week as well.
You know Sandra? It's called Sandra.
Yeah, Sandra, I'm a man.
We spent a while speaking to him. Well, he's looking forward to when me and you have a fight.
That could happen, you think?
Because it's on it for it.
Yeah.
And he's looking forward to you commenting the match.
To be perfectly honest, mate, I am very much looking forward to commentating this match for a number of reasons. Just it's nice to be back in the room, in the actual, not knocking the remote stuff had to be done. There were times when it was the saviour of the events and it was great, but it was challenging. It was dog shit. We're struggling. There was a number of technical challenges which didn't. I mean, when on the second event when we couldn't actually see the thing, we could see the pictures, but we couldn't hear anything. That made it extremely challenging. It was a shame. Great match. It was a great match. Yeah. A number of great pulls, but we couldn't hear what was going on. So that means that it's difficult to talk around what the nuance of the match, what's going on, because we couldn't hear it. So that made life very difficult. So being in the room, I'm really looking forward to that. You could feel the atmosphere.
Have you seen the room?
Yeah. Yeah, do you think we'll see one, cars?
I'm hoping they give us one. I hope they go. Are you the Humorous guys?
Somebody came over and said, tell you what, mate.
What's your favourite colour?
What would you go for?
Pick one.
If you could pick one, what would you go for?
Well, anything. Or
Truck, wouldn't it?
It won't be a pickup.
It's truck, wouldn't it? Be like, you know what? Truck, yeah. I'd be going
But
for
it won't be a Range Rover either.
What would it be?
I might just have to. I'm getting old now, aren't I? I'll probably have to go for Bentley Continental or something. The Continental just because it's a little bit, still a bit comfy.
It's a nice car.
Black on black.
I like that car.
Yeah.
It's a nice car.
So if there's any
See what you're doing with
freezes in Dubai.
Yeah, I can see. So, I think the way that they're starting this car, if that gets underway with Marcio and Irakli, I think it could be a very, very explosive start. I really do. I need to see the match running order, but I think that's the match running order. If it's Corey West, and Alex Kadetcha. I feel like that could probably go one way or the other quite quickly, but we'll see what happens. I'm not going to sort of give predictions at this stage, but I am going to do a video which we will release afterwards of what I think is going to happen in these matches. A lot of supposition. Everybody sees a path, everybody sees a route in their mind. You've kind of got to step out of the emotion, best you can, and look at scenarios. And I think a lot of the scenarios that have been put up out there have some accuracy in them. I would really like to see what the situation is at the extremes of the techniques for Bar. And that means if Devon hits very, very hard on the attack into a tight shoulder and can put the brakes on at any point, I'd like to see that attempted at some time, just to see how much power gap there is. I'd love to see that tested, nailed on, because never underestimate this, guys. Styles make matches. When we saw what happened with Dave Chafee and we had the comments from various quotes saying nobody's ever gone through Dave Chafee like that. Simply not the case. I was in the room when Travis Pageant went through Dave, even more impressive than that. Different Dave, different day. Anything can happen. But yeah, don't believe everything you hear and half of what you see. So this could be a very, very interesting week. If this delivers on the promise, mate, we're about to see something pretty spectacular, that's for sure.
I think we've just answered the question as to why everyone's getting behind Devon in hype.
I think it's going to continue, mate. I think the emotion's starting to get in there now as well. People are much more emotional about this match than they've been about most matches that I've seen. Even the bigger matches, there's much more. People are invested in it. The difference that we've seen with this explosion of interest in arm wrestling online, and the fact that now people are emoting. They're really, really emotionally invested into these matches and into the men that are arm wrestling within them. And that's a great thing and can only grow the sport. We got another super then.
Yeah, from Sergino saying,
Sergino, thanks for your super.
Hope you have a great time, you legend Neil, and you enjoy yourself as well, pal. I'll try.
Oh, mate, we are definitely going to do that. We're definitely going to really take this in. I'm extremely excited. I'm honoured to be in the room when this thing goes down. I'm going to give it a best shot.
It really is history, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It really is history. But unlike a lot of matches in history that have turned out to be history, because unpredictable things have happened, the guy who shouldn't win came through and won and made history. Like, this is going to be history, either way, whatever happens.
The romantic in you wants to see something romantic happen, something special, some defining moment. You know, the Rumble in the Jungle moment, the Thriller in Manila moment, the awakening of the sport, the Ultimate Fighter situation where, you know, Forrest Griffin, Stephen Bonner, and it went off and it just changed the face of the game. I would love that to Eddie. Yeah. I would love.
That might be the thing.
It's like Jurassic Park, that one.
That's a good.
Can't say anything. That's lucky that went, yeah. Oh dear me, if you could only see. But throw me that, mate. That's thrown me. So it has thrown, scared me.
Same question: is Gary on pancakes? Is Gary on pancakes?
Jerry.
Well, Jerry.
I think he's meaning Jerry. Who's that from, buddy?
That's from
Red Rocket
Red
Pig.
Rocket Pig. That's
Red Rocket Pig. With the super chat. Thanks, pal. You'd have to ask Jerry. That's nice. Is in fact a red. That's awesome. That is actually friggin' good.
That is really good.
The effort that's going into some of these names. There's some.
Definitely a Rob fan.
Some names are amazing. We need to get Rob back on here at some point. But you let us guys know what you would want to do if you want particular interviews. Also questions. That was the other thing I wanted to say to you guys. If we have a situation where the presser is going on, obviously I've got questions that I'm going to put in there. Keep it
Put your
clean.
questions in these chats.
Put the questions in
Not
the chat.
not in the live chat. Put it in
No,
the
comments. Put your questions in the comments. I will also maybe put something out on the community page, just inviting your questions, and please send them in, and we'll try and work them into the presser and things like that. We'll try and work these questions into the individual athletes as we see them through the week, Yeah, that will be a good thing, guys. If you want those questions to be asked, just let us know. We're going to hop off here in a few minutes because we've got to get over to the gate. But hopefully this has given you all a bit of an indication of what we're planning to do. Might be me doing the interview, might be James leading the interview. Depends what the...
I do interviews better than I read super chats. Which is a good job,
That's
really.
good, yeah, it gives me a great deal of confidence, that does. So you keep an eye, if she's coming back, you can tell me, because I'm a bit worried.
I'm just watching the screen, you'll see it.
Yeah, yes, will. What is that? Big thing, that. Big love, cheers. Anyway, just on that note, size. I mean, Corey West and Alex Kadetcha, prepped and ready Alex Kadetcha.
Heavy match.
That's a heavy match, right? That's got to be one of the heaviest
Have you ever met
super
Corey? I've never
matches.
met Corey.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yep, Super came in there, mate. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, met Corey West. Lovely bloke, Corey West. So much potential, young man. One of those guys who's a natural giant.
So this
He
is
was
from Phil
massive
Woody.
from a baby.
Neil.
Phil Woody, UK.
Joined the Post Armors party at Whitby, September 10th.
You were talking about going up there on the
I'd love to go.
having a little drink, weren't you?
I'd love to go have a drink, have a pull some of these guys. Yeah, but it's directly after Armors. We're going to have a lot of rushes.
You might be completely.
Well, we
ruined.
might just need a lot. I reckon we have a workout
Anything can happen.
over to Whitby.
We are going to be doing hopefully more of these tours. We also would like to get Armors on the road a little bit. We've got a couple of ideas. If you guys continue to join the channel, become members, support the channel, the more of this stuff we can do. I'd like to get out to Vegas and do a Vegas Wars again at some point in 2023.
Back on the boat, eh?
If that is possible. A lot of options, mate. A lot of options. Maybe we can even get in touch with Filthy Power and Alan and see if there's some kind of an opportunity there. But
And Jason.
we'll look down there. Yeah, we'll look down and see what the score is in that respect. But all kind of options. Guys, we're going to need to jump off here and go and find our gate, but thank you to everybody that's taken the time to tune in, to check it out. Just a quick blast really to let you know what's going on. Serginho with a super chat. So
You're the presenter.
we put the comedy wrong place. Have a great time here
Alright, what was this?
and enjoy yourself too. Mate, thank you very much. Really appreciate that, mate. Yeah, looking forward. Your first time in Dubai, this?
Mine? Yay! Yes, out of the airport.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't mind having a bit of a look around Dubai. We'll see what the other guys are doing, what the competitors and the athletes are doing, and we will bring you some of that behind the scenes stuff. We'll have a phone or a camera with us wherever we go, and if we have the opportunity to bring you guys some stuff, we're going to do that. So keep your eyes on the channel. We'll be either on here, most of the time on here, sometime on Supernatural, just to let people know that we're coming onto here. And there, guys, it's about the size of it. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
Nearly 200 people have tuned in.
Which is criminally insane.
Guys, and over 100 likes.
Mate, absolutely awesome. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry it's just been us in the airport just kind of saying we're getting on a plane now, but we it's going to be good, isn't
Oh yeah. We're gonna try our best for you guys. We'll try and bring you some good stuff. And what we will do as well is bring you like a daily recap.
it? Yeah.
So we'll do like a end of every day. We'll do like a diarised recap, let you know what's gone down, any big talking points, any drama, that kind of stuff.
See if we can drag a special guest onto each evening show.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Guys, we better run. Thank you very much, and yeah, we will see you soon.
On the other side.
Biggity bong, mother fluffers. Biggity bong.